Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone had a great weekend. Hey, Jittery. Hey, Sonny. How you guys doing? Yeah, you're going to visit colleges, right? That's got to be exciting. I can't wait until my kid's old enough. I'm alright, Sonny. I'm alright. Alright. We're going to be starting a new colony with Rim Connect. Testing out Rim Connect. We're going to go adventure story and commitment mode. Yep. Alright, we're gonna go with 100%. Yeah, I'm sorry I missed you on Monday. We didn't get home until probably about 10 o'clock in the morning, and I had to put together my daughter's bunk beds. Hey, Susie. How you doing? Alright, let's see what we got here. It's not a bad size island. It was good. Monday wasn't the best though. Monday was pretty bad because our oldest didn't know that he could contact us uh, the whole time, and he had some issues. So hopefully it's all taken care of now. So we're gonna do the large cells, and we're gonna start in spring. We have year-round growing period and rainfall. We're gonna start in a tropical rainforest. But yeah, the cabin was nice. It was small, but the stove did pretty good in there. It got cold. All right, so you get to start with 3 of these guys that people call pawns, and they have different stats and different things about their childhood or adulthood that can affect these numbers. There's also interested passion level, and then burning passion level. This guy's incapable of violence, intellect, and cooking. And then they also have traits which can affect their mood. Like pessimist is a -6 to mood. There's greedy and nimble. So I don't think I'm gonna want. There's also things that can make them not as effective. So like this guy's got a right foot old gunshot wound. It makes him a little bit like he moves at 73% efficiency with all of his issues. But there's a bunch of different social things, traits, and whatnot. Slowpoke and night owl. I do like night owls, but I don't want a slowpoke. So we'll just go through and try and find a random one that I like. Chemical fascination means they like to use drugs. Like this guy, he's got a psychiatric addiction, which is a T. If they use too much of the drugs, they start to have health issues. And you can do surgeries and whatnot. Alright, so this guy does have an issue with efficiency, which means he's not going to move as fast. Does have an interest in range shooting. Likes animals. Artistic and intellect. Doesn't mind having artificial body parts. He likes to shoot, so his shooting accuracy is -5%, which isn't the greatest, but doesn't like drugs. So if I decide to get into the drug trade, this person will never dip into my drugs. Yay, Susie, thanks for that sub. It's alright. It's alright. I like to have a night owl. Let's see here. What is this guy? He's got plants and melee. Doesn't mind mining. So night owl sleeps during the day and works at night. Brawler and then kind. So the only thing he can never do is he can't doctor, which means he can't visit people when they're in the can't take care of them when they're in the doctor. So that can be an issue. Social isn't that much of a big thing. It just means he can't take care of prisoners and can't help in trades. All right, have a great time and drive carefully, Jittery. I think we'll keep this guy, even though he's got a little bit, moves a little bit slower, because he does do plants and cooking, so he could do that at night. All right, now we need construction. You can have hearing loss. The nice thing about it is when you do get prisoners, if you decide to, you can take body parts from your prisoner and put them in your own pawns if you have somebody good with medical. He was at my aunt's. Me and my wife went away for the weekend for our anniversary to a cabin. We were 40 minutes away, and he was with my aunt. This guy's had his toe shot off. I didn't find Susie's random flowers. This guy's got asthma in both lungs. You can replace the lungs. Okay, this guy's construction, mining, and medical. Distrusts men and dislikes men. Not in a while, Susie, no. I have seen the pictures. That guy. I think we got what we want. What's his movement rate? 79%. All right. So the team skills tells you what's your best stat in each one and where your passions are. So I think we got most. Cooking is important, but we do have a guy that can cook and has a passion for cooking. And it's our night owl, which is fine. There's also mods where you like this prepared carefully, where you could use your points. You know, it limits your points, and you can adjust the scores and stuff, and the traits and the childhood backstory and all of that. But we're just gonna go with what we have. Doc is always prepared for anything. I have been having issues with my hand again. Feels like I have a sliver in there all the time now. So I think some of the nerves might be that. Okay, so the backstory is you're in a ship. Your ship has crashed and 3 of your crewmates were in cryo sleep, and they were ejected. There's different resources that you have to allow your people to haul. And I like to do this stuff and look for a place that I can kind of protect, because you do have raids. There should be a star over here. Rim Connect allows, as you watch, you get currency. And the mods can also put polls in there on how you guys can affect this game. So if you wanted to, say, have a bear show up that's not tamed, that could eat my guys or eat animals that I have, you would be able to spend some of your currency to do that. When the mods put polls in, it doesn't cost you any currency. You get to vote for whatever they put in the polls. Alright, I don't particularly like this map, so we're going to re-roll the map. Thought we picked some decent hills. Of course you would want me to hydrate. Let's try this one. So there's also a research tree that you get to have more tools throughout the game. Geysers heat up the rooms if enclosed, and it eventually you can use the geysers for power. This area here is marshy soil, which means people can't really pass through it. And there is different terrain here. So let's see, there's these dark green spots means your crops will grow fast. And we have a couple of spots there. You don't want to start too close to the edge of the map because when raids happen, they can come from behind you, and you really can't protect yourself, your stuff. What is this? Marshy soil. I don't know if I like this map either. You have to make freezers to store your food in. You can't build heavy structures on the water and stuff. I think we're gonna go right here. Oh, how far do my guys go down? They come out their cryopods, right? And there's 3 different speed modes to the game. There's pause, play, which is at normal speed. There's fast forward and super fast forward. Your pawns got their stats, right? So this guy isn't really good at sleeping. He is affected by cryo sleep sickness. This one's a shooter, and this one's melee. So he's gonna get this all the gear for a melee person. This one's gonna get the rifle, and this one's gonna get the revolver. There's medicine that you have to use. Oh, nice, my wood's out in the middle of the water. Yeah, honey. I'll be right back, guys. Alright. Let's see if we can... so we could re-roll the map. There's things called geysers, which is the holes in the ground. You can re-roll those. This is a mod that I use. Let's see here. Oh, we got to get the silver. Allow that. Now, where was the fertile ground at? Up here. It's not a big fertile ground spot. This is. So what we're going to do is we're going to start our little shack here. So let's see how many steam geysers are around here. It doesn't look like any of them. Try and get one close to this growing zone. Okay, here's one. There's another. I think that should be good. So they produce the best power in the game. Later in the game, like you could start with solar power, or not solar power, but wind turbines to power things, which is all right. I mean, but later in the game, it does you constantly have to cut down trees around it to make sure it's going to produce enough power, and it doesn't produce a lot of power. Where the steam geysers produce the most power until you get almost like an alien technology, which I haven't got that far into the game, but I've seen people, and I don't know if it's a mod, but it's a renewable energy source. Like the battery never dies. Alright, so we're gonna keep this map. Now we gotta set up zones. We want our little guys to carry all of this stuff to this particular area where we're going to set up our base. So you go into zone. You got a couple of different stockpile zones that you can do. There's a stockpile and there's a dumping zone. Stockpile, and I'll show you as I do this. You click on there and there's a tab called storage, and these are all the things that will get stored in there. Now if you don't want something stored in there that you're gonna make, like say kibble you didn't want, you just click that off and it won't store it in there. Eat a few beans and you have gas power. And there are corpses. There's human corpses because humans will die. And some people will actually, there's a butcher table to where if you hunt animals, you can butcher the corpse and turn it into meat, and you get leather from it, which is used to make clothing and stuff. Some people view when you get raids and stuff, there's going to be deaths. So instead of burying them, they will butcher the people and use the meat to feed their people and the leather to clothe them, the human leather. I'm not against the drug trade, but the only time I'm ever going to butcher a person is to turn it into kibble for the animals, because you do get debuffs. So I will get a debuff for butchering the person, but as long as I'm not eating the human flesh, I won't get a debuff for eating human flesh. And then I will disallow the human leather until pirates come, and then I can sell the human leather to the pirates. All right. So that's going to be our stockpile zone. And you have this work tab. These are all your guys. And you can set numbers for them so they know what's more important for them, right? So right now we want everybody to haul. Everybody's going to clean. And then we need to see, like, this lady is our doctor, right? So we go into the work tab. We want her to be the doctor. This guy has a little bit of medical training, but no. And this guy can't do any medical stuff. So, lady also likes plants and mining. Does she do construction? Oh, she does construction too. Good Lord, she's gonna do it all. All right. So, we're gonna have our pawns. We're gonna speed this up, and you'll see the guys start flying around, and it'll tell us. You get little things down here that'll tell you we need beds for our colonist. It tells you the temperature down on the right, down by my head, the weather, how many, like what time it is. So it's 7 a.m. in the morning, what time of month it is in the year. We're in permanent summer because we're in a jungle biome. There are different biomes. There's winter biomes, all sorts of stuff. Lady's going to take that apart, and you get resources when you take this stuff apart as well. And as they use their skills, they level up. The skills level up the more they use them, which is nice. Alright, so we need to set up a structure. And you can build, eventually you can build out of a bunch of different structures, types. Gotta put a door in there. No, that was part of a spaceship that crashed. We need beds. So you go into the furniture. There's beds that you can make. Right now we're gonna put them in there. Your guys don't like to work in the dark, so we'll put some lights in here, which is torches. Eventually it will start to get hot, so we're gonna want some passive coolers. We'll need a fueled stove. See, and they're taking a break. When they do go to sleep, you'll see the S. Like, this guy just went to sleep. Now we got to figure out which ones are night owl. So you go into this biome tab, and we look for the traits night owl, and it's this guy. So we go into the schedule, and we want him to sleep 7 hours. 7. And then you want him to work for a while. We'll start him at like 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hours. You want him to do recreation in the morning and an hour in the evening. This gray period means he could either eat or work, his choice, or whatever he wants to do. But he will be more happier. You'll see his mood go up because he's a night owl and he's not working during the day. So I have a mod in here that color codes these guys' mood. If it goes red, it means they're about to have a mental break. And sometimes their mental breaks could be, I'm burying a corpse and making it so everybody in the area could see that particular corpse. There's also a murderous rampage where they'll start murdering things. Once they murder one thing, it's usually, and I'm bury one corpse, they're good. Sometimes they'll throw a tantrum and start breaking your buildings around, so you have to repair them. All right, we're gonna do some orders here because this guy's awake and he's got nothing to do but clean. So I'm gonna want him to chop some wood. We need a growing zone, so we got food coming in. Yeah, you basically have to. It's a god management type thing. You got to manage your little pawns. We're gonna have him plant rice here because it grows the fastest. And then we want some potatoes. And let's see what else he can grow. We're probably going to want heel root, which is, and he doesn't have the skill for it. So he will grow his skill the more he farms and stuff, the more trees he cuts down, all of that. Right now, all of our trees and stuff is going to be in here. We need to... He is the farmer guy, so yeah. He is going to be focusing on that. Where she can help, but I don't want her to focus on that. They're all going to be patients. They're all going to be firefighters. If they need bed rest, they're going to take care of it. She's taking care of all that. Now, when you build a stove and stuff, there's these things called bills. You have to, even though they can cook on it, you have to tell them what type of meals to cook. And you could tell them, okay, do it one time, or do it until you have X in excess, or you can have them do it forever. I want simple meals the minute they come in, so she's always going to be cooking, and I don't have to worry about coming back in here. Okay, now the Russo, she's idle, right? Which means she's got nothing that she's working on because we don't have any hauling. So she's just gonna lay down and do absolutely nothing. Unless we give her a job. So now we're gonna do a dump zone. And this dump zone is going to be for stones and stuff, not corpses. We don't want any corpses. But it's going to be for chunks, which is stone chunks and steel slag. And then we also are going to want to keep our... Where is it? I don't think it's going to be under textiles. under mortar. It's under raw resources, under stone blocks. We want the stone blocks, all these stone blocks, to be kept in there as well. And steel, because steel will not decay hanging out in here. So we're going to want steel off of here. So they will take the steel and put it outside. Now we got slate. I like to build out of slate for the regular buildings. Granite is the best defensive type stone. So like if I want to build walls around my base, so when raiders come they have to go a certain way, I would make the walls out of granite. And you just tell them to haul it and she'll haul all of this stuff. We got sandstone. Right now I want granite though. So she'll haul until this is all full. We want to make sure that she's only the one hauling. So we'll take those 2 to 2. Lady will work on the plants along with the other guy. And she will clean. And what we'll do is we'll go into production, and you have all these different benches. You have like an art bench, a butcher table, a tailor bench, but I want the stonecutter's bench. And even though it's going to be outside and it says right here there will be a work speed penalty, eventually I'll put it in a room, but right now I'm not going to. And see how our retrievers coming in here and eating our food and stuff? I can limit his access by telling what area he can go into. So we'll put allowed. We'll name it that, right? And then we can tell him which areas he can go in. However, dogs will not eat grass. They can eat grass, but they can't sustain on just grass themselves. So eventually you have to get him meat. Now we need to, which is nice. Here he comes.